Hi, Cancer. I'm Pam, and welcome to your Psychic Tarot reading for December 2015. This month, I'm using the Aquarian Tarot deck and laying out a rainbow tarot spread for you. And remember, these are general readings. I'm reading the general energies for each sign. To get a reading with details pertaining specifically for you, you would need a private reading. However, I have stopped my calendar from scheduling right now because it was starting to schedule out into September. And I thought that 10 months was too long for people to wait for their readings. And I really don't know what I'm going to be doing in 10 months. It just seemed too far. So if you would like to get put on my wait list, please go to my website, www.theluckymermaid.com, and go to my contact page, and there you will find my email address. Just email me and put in the subject heading wait list, and I will put you on my wait list. So if I have people that have not paid for their appointments, I will contact you and fill their time slot with your appointment. Please make sure if you already have an appointment scheduled with me, please make your payment, because some people are getting surprised when their appointments roll around that they're not getting called, and that's because their appointments are getting canceled. I go through the appointments, and if you haven't made your payment when you scheduled your appointment, I am having to cancel them. I have a very long wait list. So please make sure if you already have an appointment scheduled with me, make sure you have made your payment, because I don't want to cancel your appointment. I'd also like to say that to gain more insight and information, please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because there will be months that they will resonate more for you than your sun sign will. If you don't know how to get your rising sign and your moon sign information, all you need to do is Google free natal chart or free birth chart, and there will be websites that will come up, and you need to enter in all your birth information, but you especially need to know your birth time to get your rising sign. Also, I want to add here too that if you would like to get a continuation of this reading, I am recording after I'm done reading your cards. I'm going to be looking into the crystal, as I've been doing every month since August. And if you would like to download and purchase your crystal reading, please click on the link below in the description box, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand, where you will be able to get your crystal reading for your sign for this month of December. You can also get these videos for download and purchase by going to my website, as it's posted up here, www.theluckymermaid.com. Going to the videos tab on my menu, click on page 3, and there you will find the signs listed to click on to get to the Vimeo videos on demand of the crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac for this month of December. So, on to your reading. The first card you have in your reading today is the Death card. Now, the Death card to me symbolizes transformation, something ending so something new can begin. Sometimes this card can show up if somebody in your life has already passed away. It's not usually predictive of someone passing. But first and foremost to me, it's transformation. I hear from many of you Cancers, it's like a whole new situation you're heading into. And I do feel that loyalties have been divided. In whatever circumstances you were in before that you're now closing the door on or walking out of, that loyalties were divided to me that means people around you in your life. So like let's say if you were married and you're ending a relationship, or a significant other. You and your significant other were ending a relationship, and there were, your friends and family may be divided about where their allegiances lie or how they feel or felt about how things went down. So, because I'm getting loyalties being divided here. I do feel what you've been through really took a toll on you emotionally and physically, comes up here. I do feel many of you are trying to sort things out. I'm getting paperwork, legalities, finances. You could be trying to sort out many different things here. I do feel many of you are trying to get the ball rolling on a new start. But I feel like the new start is a little rocky or a little bit of stumbling to get it going. It doesn't mean it's not going to, but I don't feel like your new start is like, bam, getting off. It's not like that. I feel like it can get to that, but I feel like the start of it is a little bit rocky. Unfortunately, I do feel that for some of you, some position you wanted or something you were holding out hope for got given to somebody else. And I feel like there was some disappointment for you about that. Maybe you were waiting for a job to come through and a coworker of yours got it instead of you getting it. Or you were waiting to get hired for a new job and somebody else got it and you didn't. Or it could even be in a love relationship. Maybe you were waiting for somebody to make a decision or a choice about you and they ended up giving their heart to somebody else. But whatever it was, I do feel there was some disappointment and you watching somebody else get whatever this was awarded to them. And I do feel that for a lot of you, your faith has been challenged. I get faith for you being challenged. Your faith has either been shaken or challenged. You may be getting hired at a new job and are going to be working together with others as a team, because I'm hearing the words being hired or working on something, but the word team comes up very strongly around it. So the next card you have here in this layout, Cancer, you have the Page of Rods. And the Page of Rods to me symbolizes a fire sign person. This would either be a Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Sometimes pages are people. Sometimes they're children. They can be adults or children. And many times pages show up because they're bringing messages. I do hear your lifestyle is going to be changing, or you're going through lifestyles changing. I do feel you may have gotten some kind of stipulation in a contract or a deal that kind of put you off for some of you. I feel many of you have this aching or longing to change your direction. So that comes up. So I feel like some of you are frustrated with your position in life, or your circumstances, or it could be with your career as well, and that you're just like, oh my gosh, you're longing to make some major changes, life changes. You may even feel like you want to move out of wherever you're living, your state or province or locale, like you want to even move from there, not just change your job. I get really a real longing for I want to do over. I want to start over. I want to take a big leap here and a big change. I feel the team that you're working with is reinventing things and tearing down walls and breaking down structures. These could be literal, drywall and houses and buildings and structures and concrete and cinder blocks and bricks. But it could also be metaphorically speaking, like breaking down walls and structures within the way a company or business is running or working, or even within the government. It could have to do with that. I do see many of you receiving some insight or information that's going to open some gateway or doorway for you on some new angle that hasn't really been presented before, or an option that wasn't available to you before opens up here. And it happens the latter part of the month of December. I feel that most strongly. Now, wow, the fire signs just want to show up here for you again, Cancer, because here you have the King of Rods, which is also fire. This would be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. I do feel that you are going to start to accumulate wealth and prosperity. You may attend some kind of class or lecture series. I feel this King of Rods, for many of you, wants to be in partnership with you in either romance or work or business, but it comes up for me first like romance. And don't be thrown, because, you know, if it doesn't make sense to you that this would be a king, females can also come up as kings. It's not really, you know, don't get too hung up on gender here. I feel that this King of Rods is going to give you a broader view, a broader perspective of the world, and or something you may be studying or learning. For some of you, this could be an educator or a professor of some sort, or a mentor or teacher at, you know, your employment. It could be somebody like that. But this is somebody that you're going to learn something from. He's going to give you some insights, additional insights and information, and a broader perspective for you. I feel it was astronomically correct, and the planets were in alignment, that you were and were in position for you to meet him or her, because I feel like it was supposed to happen, and I feel like you either have just met this King of Rods in November, or you're meeting in December, but it was like supposed to happen. There's a lot of meant to be feeling about this for me here. He's got a lot of prominence to him and influence. He wants you to excel. He wants you to reap financial rewards and benefits and have gain. That all comes up around him. So to me, he's someone that's a positive force and a positive influencer on your life, not somebody that's coming in here to create drama or negativity or be a detriment or harm you in any way. He's, to me, a positive force and a positive influence. I do feel you're going to be really communicating with him and getting a lot of insight and inspirations from him. And as again, I said, for many of you, this King of Rods is romantic. But for some of you, it's like a teacher, a mentor, or an instructor, or they could be all wrapped up into one. So you have to think on that. If this reading's not making sense to you, remember I said these are general readings. I'm reading the general energies for your sign for the month of December. If you feel like my messages here for you today are not resonating with you or making sense, please, I encourage you to watch your rising sign or your moon sign, because some months your rising sign is really talking to you, or your moon sign way more for you than your sun sign will. So please, please remember to check that if you feel like this isn't making any sense to you. So the next card you have here in the layout, you have Five of Cups. This Five of Cups has been determined to show up today in quite a few of the signs I've done the readings for. And believe me, I shuffle very extensively and quite long in between each card reading I do, but this Five of Cups has wanted to show up, and it means sadness, loss, and regret. Whenever a five of any suit comes up, there's always some kind of conflict or loss, usually. And in this case, all hope is not lost, because as I say every time I pick this card up, there is still two cups over here in the corner that are upright. But the person in the card is focusing on the loss, the sadness and the loss. But all hope is really not lost here, even though it's not like the best card to show up. I feel for some of you Cancers, you've been put on a fine line of walking between love and hate about either someone or a situation. I feel for some of you in the background, there's been trouble brewing, and I feel for many of you, it has some sort of connection to do with family. There's a feeling of people being at odds with each other, or things being unsettled or just not quite right. And again, I go back to say, I feel for many of you, that's like family, familial circumstances with each other. Doesn't necessarily mean they're at odds with you. They could be at odds with each other, but it still could affect you. I do feel some of you are really thinking of changing your diet and exercise program, and I see you like jumping out of the gate with all this new force and new ideas and new energy. So I feel like, now you may not do this till the new year, but, or maybe you've already started it. Maybe you're trying to slim down for the holidays. I don't know what to say here, but I see you getting like, I'm doing this. This is what I'm changing. This is what I'm going to eat. This is what I'm going to drink. This is how I'm going to look. And really feeling like, nobody's stopping me. Nobody's going to get in my way. This is what I'm going to do. So I do have to say, across the board, I have picked up for some of the signs for this month of December, some real sense of determination kicking up with people in general. So I don't know, maybe the planets are affecting us all that way, but determination is coming up for quite a few signs, and it's coming up for you. I feel that if you're a Cancer that's been feeling sad, any kind of sadness or depression, or maybe illness, or, you know, not feeling well physically, I'm hearing you don't want to do it anymore. You just don't want to do it anymore. You're tired of it. You've been dragged down by it too long, and you want to move past it. This may be why I'm picking up some of you are like, you know what? I'm taking charge. I'm getting the ball in my court. I'm, dieting, exercising. I'm doing this. I want to look like that. This is what I want to do. I want to feel better. Like, maybe that's why, because I do pick up some sadness and depression for some of you. And the last card you have here in your reading today, Cancer, for December 2015, you have the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles to me is a card that symbolizes being at peace and contentment with your life. There's financial stability and abundance also in your life, usually when this card shows up. I do feel some of you Cancers are being put in a position of being in charge. And I feel that you actually like that position because you do like to have the ball in your court and feel like you have some kind of control. I do feel that you may be working with someone that would like to help you out of any kind of financial jam that you could have found yourself in. Because I pick up there's a real releasing of debts and any financial constraints that you've been put in or you felt yourself in. I see that in your mind. I see you working through it, trying to find ways out of it, trying to find solutions. You may be entering some kind of debt relief program if you're a Cancer that's been having financial difficulty. I do feel that some of you are going to be receiving a cash payout or some kind of cash settlement. So if you had any kind of legal matters that came up for you, lawsuits or, any pending, divorce settlements or lawsuit settlements. I feel some cash is going to get released to you, or you're working with someone to help you relieve your debt, like a debt relief program, or, if you needed to file bankruptcy and you had to deal with a lawyer to get through that. But I feel like a relieving of debts is what comes up the strongest, and releasing of debts that are owed to you, funds that needed to come to you also can be indicated here. I also feel that you need to relax, take a breather, take some time to yourself, but also curb your spending. Don't get, the holidays are here, and you know how easy it is to go crazy with spending, wanting to, gift everybody some really special gifts, or find some nice bargains and stuff for yourself as well. They're saying, you need rest, you need to relax, recuperate, get over any depression or sadness that you've been having, and be careful and cautious of your spending right now. I do feel there is going to be some kind of element of growth in the financial aspect of your life. So if you're somebody that has investments, I feel your investments are going to start to do well and pay off better for you. I'm also hearing that for some of you, you may be traveling down memory lane, where some old hurts or wounds are like catching up to you or coming back up in your mind. And they're saying it's best not to travel down that road, because your emotions seem to be especially high or raw right now in this month of December. The holidays can do things to people and make people feel melancholy, stressed, sad. It can happen. And I feel that for some of you Cancers, that it could be kicking up this month, because I'm seeing you looking back over some memories and feeling like feelings of sadness or a sense of loss or regrets or sadness are coming up here. You did have the Five of Cups. That is sadness, loss, and regret. But they're talking about, like, try not to let yourself get sucked down that rabbit hole, because you don't want to go through this holiday season in a state of depression if you can avoid it. I really feel like there's a real energizing of your spirit happening, but to me it happens after the holiday season, because I'm seeing you by the time you hit March, you are like off like a rocket. I feel like it's like the whole new you. I don't know if you're going through New Year's resolutions or whatever, but I'm seeing you. It could start happening sooner than that, but I don't feel it in December. It could be generating over January, February, March, but I see in March, you're like, look out, here I come. You're feeling better, you're feeling happier, you're feeling more creative, more productive. Your finances are growing and or stabilizing and getting better and in better order. I mean, I see a lot of improvements for you moving into 2016, especially the first 3 months. I really see it for you, but I'm not sure that how off the charts in an upward trajectory you're going to be feeling in this month of December. So do what you can to not get overwhelmed by memories or melancholy. Do things that are good for you. Take bubble baths, light candles, practice aromatherapy, meditation, go out with friends, do anything to elevate and lift your mood that you can. And, look forward to good times in 2016. So I hope this reading was of help to you, Cancers. I certainly hope it made sense. I want to thank you so much for liking, sharing, watching, and subscribing to my videos. Thank you for Google Plusing. I do appreciate that. Please be sure to subscribe. That way you will get notified when I post my psychic tarot readings for the month and for my mid-month readings as well. I really enjoy connecting with you guys on Facebook. So thank you so much for that, and also on Twitter. If you would like to get the crystal reading for your sign, I'm going to continue on after I end this video and record the readings for the crystal for December 2015. You can access that by clicking on the link in the description box below this video. It will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand crystal readings for December 2015 page, or you can access it by going to my website as it's posted up there, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu. Please click on video page 3, and it will take you to that page where you can click on your sign, which will then take you to the Vimeo videos on demand crystal readings for December 2015. I wish you a merry, merry, happy, merry winter holiday season. I hope you have the most fun possible, Cancer. Stay cheery and upbeat, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.